Hello children, how are you? Hope you are all fit and fine. Today I, Jayati Chaudhary, am going to discuss with you Social Studies of Class 4, Chapter 7, Natural Resources, Water Resources of India. I think this is going to be a very interesting chapter. So let's start. First we are starting with what is meant by natural resources. A natural resource is something that is found in nature and can be used by people. Earth's natural resources include light, air, water, plants, animals, soil, minerals and fossil fuels. Whatever we are going to get from nature, that is going to be known as natural resources. For example, light, air, water, plants, everything we are going to get from nature, and so it is going to be called as natural resource. Human beings need some natural resources to stay alive. For example, air and water. Some other natural resources are converted into other items of utility by various industries to be used by human beings. For example, cotton is used to make cotton cloth, sugarcane is used to make sugar. Items made by using the natural resources are called human-made resources. Now from here, we have to know what is meant by human-made resources. Items made by using the natural resources are called human-made resources. For example, naturally we are going to get cotton, and from that cotton we are going to make our cotton cloth. Another example I can put, that is sugarcane. We are going to do cultivations of sugarcane, and from sugarcane we are going to get sugar. Now we are coming to how many types of natural resources are there. Natural resources are of two types: inexhaustible or renewable, and exhaustible or non-renewable. Please come to page number 53 everyone. Inexhaustible resources. Some natural resources will never finish, so they are called inexhaustible resources. They can be renewed, so they are also called renewable resources. Let us read about some of the inexhaustible natural resources. Air, water, wind, solar energy, soil, trees, forest and animals are a few examples of inexhaustible natural resources. So first we have to know what is meant by inexhaustible resources or renewable resources. The natural resources which will never finish, they are going to be known as inexhaustible or renewable resources. For example, air, water, wind, these are all going to be known as inexhaustible resources or renewable resources. So let us read about them now. First we are going to read about air. Human beings, animals and plants need air to breathe and live. Without air, life would not be possible on earth. Air is a natural resource which sustains life. Moving air is called wind. Windmills use wind energy to produce electricity. Windmills have been set up in Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Gujarat. As I told you just now, I have given you some examples of inexhaustible resources. So first we are going to read now about air. We all know without air we cannot live. All the living things, all the animals, we all are going to take in oxygen and we are going to give out carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide is going to be taken in by the plants. So over here what we see, moving air is called wind. And nowadays we are going to have windmills. These windmills use wind energy to produce electricity. Next we are going to read about water. Water is one of the world's most precious natural resources. There is a very small amount of fresh water on the planet. 97% is salt water and only 3% is fresh water. Human beings cannot survive without fresh water. So you can see from here, we are going to read about water now, and water is going to be the most precious natural resources. And we all know as we cannot live without air. So another thing without which we cannot live, that is going to be water. 97% of the water on this planet is going to be salt water and only 3% is going to be fresh water. So without fresh water, human beings cannot survive. Next we are going to read about soil. Soil is the top layer of the earth's surface on which plants grow. Soil provides nutrients for plants and animals. Some of our basic needs like food and clothing come from soil. There are different types of soils. Various types of crops are grown in this soil. So soil is going to be another inexhaustible resources, natural resources. Without soil, we all know we cannot live, because all the plants are growing on the soil and we are going to get food from the plants. Not only that, plants are also going to give us oxygen. So we are going to have different types of soil. We are not going to read in this chapter about different types of soil, but you only keep it down in your mind that we are going to have different types of soil. For example, I am telling you up now: red soil, black soil, laterite soil, mountain soil, alluvial soil. So these we are all going to read on another chapter. Now we are going to read about trees and forest. Trees and plants provide oxygen to breathe, shade and shelter, fruits and vegetables, and food for herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals means the animals which are going to take their food depend only on plants for their food. Just like cow, buffalo, goat, sheep, they are all going to be known as herbivorous animals. Trees prevent soil erosion. Forests are a very important natural resource because they provide shelter to wildlife, provide wood, medicinal herbs, timber and pulp for manufacturing paper. So trees and forests, as I told you up, is going to be very important, not only to plants but also to animals. Why? Because we are going to get oxygen. We are going to, many animals are going to have their shelter in the forest, as we all going to have home. So birds and animals, they are going to stay down in the forest. So forest is going to be very important. Next, what we see, trees prevent soil erosion. So we have to plant more and more trees. We must always encourage afforestation. Afforestation means planting of trees. Not only that, what we come to see, forests are going to be very important natural resource. Why? We are going to get timber, we are going to get medicinal plants. After that, what we see, we are going to get wood. These all things naturally, we are going to get all these things from the trees, and trees are going to be there on the forest only. Now we are going to read about animals. Animals are a source of a variety of food, for example, milk, cheese, eggs, and meat. We also make clothing from animal fur, for example, wool for making woolen clothes. Before this, we have read about air, water, trees, forest. Now we are going to read about animals. Animals are also going to be very important to all. Why? Because they are going to provide variety of food. You all know you are always drinking milk, cheese, eggs, meat. These are all going to be given to us by the animals. Next, in the winter time, we are going to wear woolen clothes. These woolen clothes, we are going to get wool from the sheep. So from here we can see that animals are also going to be a very important part of our life. Please come to page number 54. Now we are going to read about solar energy. Solar energy is derived from the sun. Nowadays, solar energy is tapped and used for street lighting, in water heaters and solar cookers. Many villages are getting electricity with the help of solar power. Still now we are reading about inexhaustible or renewable resources. So among renewable resources, one of the most important is going to be solar energy. And nowadays, we can come to see in the street lighting, in water heaters, in solar cookers, getting solar power also, we are using it up. So solar energy is going to be very, very important in our day-to-day life now. Next, we are going to read about exhaustible resources, that is non-renewable resources. Some natural resources will finish if they are not used wisely. They are called exhaustible resources. They are also called non-renewable resources. As we have seen beforehand, the resources which we can use again and again, they are going to be known as renewable resources. But now we are going to read about exhaustible resources. Exhaustible resources means the resources which will finish up, which we are going to use only one time. Those type of resources are going to be known as exhaustible resources or non-renewable resources. Let us read about them. First, we are going to read about minerals. Minerals are important for industries. Minerals can be broadly divided into two types: non-metallic minerals and metallic minerals. Non-metallic minerals are sand, clay, mica, limestone, etc. Metallic minerals are found deep inside the earth, for example, iron and manganese. They are available in limited quantity. Once they are used up, we cannot create more of it. Therefore, they are called exhaustible or non-renewable resources. So first we are going to read about minerals. In minerals, what we see, minerals can be divided into two types. One is going to be known as non-metallic minerals. Another one is going to be known as metallic minerals. In non-metallic minerals, we can have the example such as sand, clay, mica, limestone, etc. In metallic minerals, we are going to have examples just as iron, manganese, etc. These metallic minerals are going to be found deep inside the earth crust. Now we are going to read about fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are the remains of plants, animals and other living things that lived long ago. Fossil fuels include petroleum or oil, coal and natural gas. These are called fossil fuels because they were buried under the earth millions of years ago. Fossil fuels are natural fuels. So just now we are going to have a lesson on exhaustible resources or non-renewable resources. On that we are going to read about fossil fuels. First we have to know what is meant by fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are the remains of plants, animals and other living things that lived long ago. These fossil fuels are going to be called fossil fuels because they were buried under the earth millions of years ago. These fuels are going to be known as natural fuels. For example, petroleum, coal, natural gas, etc. First we are going to read about coal. Coal is a fossil fuel which is found under the earth. It is an important source of energy. It is used as a fuel to cook, heat and to generate electricity. It is used in factories. India has large deposits of coal, but they are getting used up. They may not last for 100 years. As I told you up, exhaustible or non-renewable resources means we can use this resource only for one time. For example, if we are going to burn coal, we cannot use it again. This is going to be only one time used. Now we are going to read about petroleum. Petroleum is the crude form of oil. It is refined to produce petrol and diesel, which are used as fuels in many vehicles. Petroleum is known as black gold. Just like coal, this natural resource has limited stock. Petroleum, we know it is going to be very important because we are going to use petroleum as fuels in our vehicles. This petroleum is going to be known as black gold. But this coal and petroleum, we must try to use it wisely. Why? Because it is going to be in a very limited stock to us. Now I am going to discuss with you some question answer with you all. Question number 1. Define the two types of natural resources. Give example for each type. The two types of natural resources are inexhaustible resources. Some natural resources will never finish, so they are called inexhaustible resources. They can be renewed, so they are also called renewable resources. Example, air, water, soil, wind, solar energy, etc. Next point, exhaustible resources. Some natural resources will finish if they are not used wisely. They are called exhaustible resources. They cannot be renewed, so they are also called non-renewable resources. Example, crude oil, natural gas, coal, etc. Question number 2. What is the importance of forest as a natural resource? Answer. Forests are a very important natural resource because they provide shelter to wildlife, wood, medicinal herbs, timber and pulp for manufacturing paper. Question number 3. What are fossil fuels? Why are they so called? Answer. Fossil fuels are the remains of plants, animals and other living things that lived long ago. Example, petroleum, coal and natural gas. These are called fossil fuels because they were buried under the earth millions of years ago? Coming to some filling the blanks. Number 1. A natural resource is something that is found in nature and can be used by people. Number 2. Windmills used wind energy to produce electricity. Number 3. Petroleum is known as black gold. Number 4. Solar energy is derived from the sun. Number 5. The top layer of the earth's surface on which plants grow is called soil. Today we are going to explain up to here. Next day, in the next class, we are going to continue the chapter, and after completing the chapter, we are going to give you some more question answer. So please read the chapter nicely and do the assignment in your social study interleaf copy. Thank you.